Alright, folks. I'm in the middle of moving. Can you tell? Boxes everywhere. It's our little kitchen. Anyway, I got a YouTube. Oh my god, this is how fried my brain is from moving. I got a Dollar Tree delivery today, and I'm so excited. And I started opening it and peeked a little bit, but I'm sharing. So I just ordered these because I couldn't find them at any stores, and I have been searching when I'm not moving. So I wanted these because I love sugar skulls. I was born on November 2nd, so that's always played around. That's been going on around my birthday. Played around is not the right word. Anyway, around my birthday, there's always a lot of Mexican culture, and I just think it's such a beautiful thing. They're striking, and as my birthday's on the Day of the Dead, I have, just enjoyed looking at them. So I found these cups on a video or on the website, I think it was. And I kept seeing references to them, and I couldn't find them anywhere. A couple of people had them in hauls, and they were on the website. So I ordered 4. So they're double insulated. Let me open it for you. They screw off, and they are double insulated. Really nice, sturdy cups. I'm so stoked. This is like the best I've ever gotten from the Dollar Tree. I do like those little ones that look like disposable coffee cups that are actually plastic. They clean up nicely. Anyway, sorry. So that's number 1. This is number 2. Let me get the rest of the tape off. Okay. This one, I've been looking for months. This is the corrugated metal picture frames. Now, I couldn't find them anywhere. And I've been seeing all these DIYs with them, and I wanted them. I really wanted them. But they will only let me order 36. And I was like, I don't want 36. I just want to make a few little things. And I was like, well, what if I made several of one thing and put it on Nextdoor or something, or Etsy or something? Which is, I have a store on Etsy where I have one painting. It's called Fleabone's Eccentric Treasures, and it is one of my biggest paintings I've done. I haven't put any other ones on there. I haven't painted for a while. Anyway, I've been moving. Got these today. It's really exciting, kind of motivation to get my crafting / painting table set up in the garage. And I'll continue unpacking. And right now it's a lot of the nitpicking stuff at the old house. And I've got like 3 days to do it, and I'm exhausted. I'm in a lot of pain. I live with chronic pain. I don't know if you probably don't know that. I've talked about it in other videos, but I really haven't shared a lot about it. Maybe I have. I have psoriatic arthritis. It's destroying my feet, my knees, my spine, my hands, if you can't tell. And it's caused a lot of deformities. For me, it's embarrassing, especially my feet. But it's really painful. So my new thing is, next time I catch someone staring, because they do stare, I'm going to say, yeah, it hurts. That's just going to be my response, because they stare. And I know my feet are painful to look at. And they hurt. Psoriatic arthritis is evil. I don't have any family history of it. I started with psoriasis, a very particular type of psoriasis, when I was 23. Started getting blisters on my fingertips. They were little pustules, and they were just filled with clear fluid. It wasn't pus. It was a clearish, whitish fluid. What would happen if I didn't pop them is that they would turn brown and then peel off. So it was scaling after the blisters. Pustular psoriasis comes in two different kinds, or two or three, depends. You can have like scaling plaque psoriasis and pustular psoriasis. I had palmoplantar pustular psoriasis, so it was on my palms and the soles of my feet, and I had it for a very long time. I didn't start to see the visible degenerative changes until a few years ago, but I felt them. My spine went out for the first time. My back, I had a ruptured disc at 23. Progressively, the intervals between episodes kept getting shorter. So I went 2 years, then I was changing a toilet roll, and it popped when I was leaning over. And then a few years later, went out again. And then when I was getting my son out of the car, I think it was like 2003, 2002, would have been 2002. My youngest son was an infant, He had an oxygen tank because of his heart, and he was in a carrier, and it was in a two-door car, Monte Carlo. I bent over to get him out, and my back went, and I had to hang on to the door until my parents came out and carried me inside under my arms and dragged me and laid me down. The ambulance came and got me. And I've had 3 back surgeries since then. I'm fused from L4 to S1, and the psoriatic arthritis is attacking my spine. So now my thoracic and cervical spine there's a lot of narrowing, especially in my spinal cord. I get really dizzy lately, and I'm pretty certain that it's something to do with the ability for fluid to move. I have stenosis at every level of my neck and in my T-spine and above the fusion with discs and narrowing with bone changes. So it's pretty painful. Anyway, I hope y'all are well. I'll give you a brief tour. Sorry to have you looking at that picture frame. See these really cool sugar skull mirrors that my son's girlfriend has? That's a little chick feeder. I was trying to sell it. It's an antique. So here's our little kitchen. Here's our little living room. This is a house. It's a single family home. Through there are the boys' bedrooms, and there's some green tomatoes that I'm gonna fry. Yeah. There's the rooms for the boys in the bathroom. Maybe I should go close that door. People will be coming home soon. There's a big TV. My son, E-Man, is in there. And that's my other son's room. And there's my big old couch, and there's a dog. Hi, Boris. You blend in with the couch, dude. Hi, babe. You hear that? That's Miss Piggy. Hi, Miss Piggy. How you doing? Yeah, and that's Sid. And for every time I make a video, he starts barking, so we're just going to say, bye, Sid. Yeah. Laundry and the bedroom that I didn't see until the day we moved in. Because in Boise, Idaho, they're renting homes as is. Sight unseen. Impossible. Didn't know I had no closet until the day we moved in. So anybody got any ideas for a remedy for a room with no closet? I would be really grateful for any suggestions. I need to put my duvet cover on, but I've been sorting through clothes and stuff. There's some hangers and more boxes. This is so embarrassing, but I'm going to be brutally honest. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Tons and tons of boxes, moving stuff, and I'm trying to see about my power chair has an error. So I was so mad. My son drove the U-Haul, and my power chair got moved from my dad's to this house, and he freaking, I don't know what he did, but now my power chair is not working. I barely had it. I was so looking forward to going for a walk because I can't walk any distance. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this mess of unpacking, and I'll see y'all soon. It's my husband, his mom, and that's my husband's urn. Update on that. So my husband died of acute respiratory distress on March 8th. His name was Howard. His symptoms started neurologically. He started with confusion. Then he had a seizure. Took him to the hospital. When he fell during the seizure, he fractured some of the transverse processes of his spine. And the next day he had the cough, the fever, and the headache. I was down for the count with headache and diarrhea and vomiting. When I asked them to test him for coronavirus, they said there was no need, it wasn't in our area. They tested him for meningitis, they tested him for other coronaviruses, but not COVID-19. They did not send, I just talked to the coroner, the actual coroner, the other day, probably about 2 weeks ago now, and I want to know why he wasn't tested, because they refused to test him, and I didn't understand, even after he died, because he died. So the fever stuff started the Thursday. He went in the hospital Wednesday, Thursday the cough fever, Friday they tested him for meningitis with a spinal tap and amongst other things, but not COVID-19. The doctor called me Saturday afternoon to say that it looked somewhat like pneumonia. And she sounded perplexed, but she said they were going to put him on antibiotic and he should be home by Tuesday, the soonest. He died at 3:31 a.m. Sunday, March 8th. And he texted me 2 hours before he died, or an hour because the clocks went forward that night. He texted me 2 names and the words, "Do not erase." I don't know why I missed his call. It upsets me every time I think about it. I didn't answer. I was sleeping and I hadn't been feeling well. I'd been down with this. I was dehydrated. I had the diarrhea and the vomiting and the headache, and he was mad at me because I didn't feel good, and I'd been to see him the day before. It was just a lot of shit. So anyway, the coroner said they received no notice. None of his records included any imaging regarding the pneumonia, nor any notes mentioning the pneumonia. And I'm at a loss of what to do. I know I need to push back at the hospital, and that's what she told me to do because they said they waived any jurisdiction because they said he died from acute respiratory distress due to seizures. Well, my husband wasn't prone to seizures. He had 1 seizure when this started, when the confusion started. But that's how it ended. Anyway, talk to you more about it soon. Bye for now.